Okay, let's set up our HTML and CSS. So let's go over here. I do want to make a bit of changes to this. What I'm going to do is, let's see here. I'm just going to copy over. I'm just going to get rid of the cookie here, the ID on this one. Get rid of it and just add a class of cookie on the SVG itself. Okay, so class cookie. And that's it. Everything else should be fine. So let's just close up this whole big group. Where is it? SVG, just to clean up our code. There we go. We don't need to see that. Hit save. Okay, so we have our SVG. We have our cookie container all up and ready. All right, I'll add a little comment here for you to see. Well, that opened it up for some reason. Keep it closed. There we go. So I'm just, how weird is that adds, I just wanted to add a little comment here. This is our cookie, just to keep everything nice and organized. Keep it closed, jeez. Okay, so that's our cookie. And now we're gonna add our text. So in here, we're gonna say dot text and hit tab. That's gonna generate us a div with a class of text. And in here, we're going to have our cookie. Let's do a h2 here. h2 dot cookie title. Like this. Hit tab. That's going to generate, again, a h2 with a class of cookie title. I'm going to call this cookie policy. Perfect. Then we're going to go down here, make a p tag with a cookie subtitle. And hit tab again. All right, so we're gonna say we use analytical cookies. Yum. You can add whatever text you want here to make your experience on this website better. Not bitter, better. Save. Perfect. Autocomplete is not working for me for some reason. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what's wrong with my prettier. Okay, so that's good. Let's also add the button in here saying, okay, got it. And hit save. And that should pretty much be it. We don't have too much going on. Quite simple. Let's open this up in Live Server, which I think I already did, but let me copy this over to Chrome again. So let's see, where is it? Chrome. Perfect. Is this zoomed in? Let me reset the zooming. Okay, that should be it. Perfect. And let's style this up a little bit. So let's head back here, go to style.css. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna do the basic removal of things. I'm just removing all the margins and everything. Remove all the padding and do a little box sizing border box and hit save. There we go. So now everything is nice and stuck together there. I'm just going to grab the body, add a height of 100 VH. There we go. Let's go down here. We might not even need this actually, but I'll keep it. Cookie container. Let's grab the container. Let's get rid of it. If we need it, we'll add it. I'll add a nice little background to this. So background, we'll do a nice linear gradient. I found some wonderful colors. So we'll do 260 degrees. So you can actually choose the angle of the gradient because by default it goes from left to right. So I want it from the bottom corner up to the right corner. So you can add a degree. It's pretty cool. Let's see where my hashtag is. I'm still not used to this Mac. This must be embarrassing. Give me a second. Don't laugh. I know you're laughing. Don't laugh. Control. It's one of these damn buttons. Oh my God. Don't hate me. Please don't hate me. I know it's... Oh, here it is. That's tree, so control. We're learning the Mac commands now. This is no way. Okay, there we go. Option 3. Took 10 minutes, but we did it. Okay, 9B, 6C, 50. A nice brownish color. Is that correct? It looks like it's erroring out. 9B, 6C, 50. There we go. So that's one. So you can also define the position. So I want it from 0%. And then I'll add a comma. And the other color is going to be, let's see. So there we go. Hashtag master now. 4F2626. I want this to go all the way to 100%. All right, and that's it. So let's take a look. There we go. So as you can see, it goes from this side all the way there. Perfect. Let's go down here. And what I want to do is actually center it in the middle. So one way we can do that very, very easily is add a position absolute to this and just kind of move it around. Position absolute. And now if I do top 50%, that's going to push it down 50% from the top of the screen. As you can see, just like that. And I can do left 50%. And that's going to push it left 50. Now it's not centered. We want it centered. But the thing is, it puts it left 50% here. So if I do left 0%, that's going to put it right there. 50 is going to put it right in the middle. So here's the middle, but the content keeps stretching on and on and on. So what we want to do is take the size of this cookie pop-up and move that back by 50%. All right, so half of this, and then it's going to be perfectly centered. So the way you can do that is do a transform, translate, and do minus 50%, minus 50%. So both for the X and for the Y, and hit save. So there we go. Now it's perfectly centered. Cool. So I want the color to be white in here. So hit save. So there we go. Let's see what else we want to do. I want to put the cookie on this side and the text on the other side. So to do that, we can do a display flex, which is going to put all the content in this parent container side by side. So there we go. And now, let's see what else we should do. I'm going to add a fixed width and height to this. So width, I'll add 20 rem, and height, I'll add 10 rem, and hit save. There we go. Just make it a nice little box here. I want to round out the corners as well. So let's do a border radius of, I don't know, like 1.2 rem, just like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's nice. That's looking quite okay. Now what I want to do is add some paddings, make this look a little bit prettier. So I'm going to add a padding of 1 rem, hit save. There we go. Just add it everywhere, left and right. I also want to add a new font here because this looks quite ugly. So we'll go for Poppins is really nice. So Google Fonts, go in here, just search up Poppins, or it's probably one of the first ones here. We'll search it. We're lazy. Poppins. Here we go. Click on this. We'll select a light one. And we'll select a regular one. There we go. So what we need to do is just copy this over this link here. Copy. Bring it back into our index.html. Paste it here right below the title. Hit save. Go back here and we'll just add it in this cookie container. So font family, we'll do Poppins, comma, sans serif. So this is kind of like a backup in case this doesn't load up, just default to sans serif. Let's hit save and take a look. Ooh, much nicer now. So what I want to do is actually add a light one to this and a bold to this. So we can do let's change the font size to 1.2 rem, make it much, actually not here. We want to go over and grab the cookie title. Let's just do cookie title. And we'll do a font size, 1.2 rem, hit save. So much smaller, that looks good. And then we'll do a font weight of lighter. Let's close that up. There we go, like that. And then the other one's gonna have regular. So cookie, subtitle, we'll do a font weight of regular. And hit save. There we go. I think it defaults to that actually. So if we remove this, is it? Hard to tell. Font, weight, regular. Let me see all the other options here actually. Yep, there we go. Bolder, light, I think regular is 400. It's probably hard to tell on this. I'm not even sure if it allows you to do bolder if you're not importing it. Looks like it is. Let's just do bold then and hit save. Yeah, looks good to me. Perfect, that's fine. Okay, cool. So we have that going. Let's just make the font size here quite small. Font size, we'll do 0.8 rem and hit save. Just like that. Actually, just these pop-ups have it really small. I know you shouldn't go really small, but pop-ups, I'm like, it's good enough. Okay, let's do 0.7. There we go. Okay, cool. And now let's make this button nice looking as well. Cookie, subtitle, we have that. And what else do we need? The button. I don't think we added anything. We'll just do button for this. So let's get rid of the border style. Let's say none. All right, just get rid of that. Add a little padding to it. 0.5 rem and 1 rem. So 0.5 is going to be the top and bottom. And left and right is going to be this 1 rem. So there we go. So just 0.5 there, 0.5 there, 1, 1. Cool. Now let's add a color. Let's do the hashtag. I'm going to do this one, the one we used, the 9B, or maybe this darker one. We'll see how it goes. There we go, just to kind of match the background. I'll copy over the font family over to the button as it does not apply. There we go, that looks pretty. And I'll just do a smaller font size. Font size, we'll do 0.7 rem again. And we'll do the bold on this as well. Okay, just to make things look a little pretty. And hit save. There we go, that looks quite nice. We'll also add a little border radius to it. Border radius, 0.4 rem or so. Should be quite nice, maybe a bit less. 0.3 rem. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Just to kind of match the radius of this. You don't want it wacky, like 1 rem, like that. That looks weird. So just keep a little bit of consistency when you're doing the radiuses. Make sure it kind of looks the same overall. Okay, so we got that going. And I think that should be pretty much it. Now we just need to fix up the spacing here, and that should be all good then. So let's head back up to the cookie container here. So we added display flex. There we go. So that allows us to do align items, center, hit save, and that drops everything in the center vertically. Cool. And then we can just do a justify content space between and hit save. Let's see how that looks. Well, it doesn't look that good because we don't really have that much space going on here. So we actually don't even need it. So let's just get rid of it. What we can do is just go over to the cookie and just push it a bit away to the right. So let's just select the cookie. I think we did an ID on this, actually a class, cookie. Just add the padding right of 1 rem and see how that looks. There we go. We can do maybe a little bit more, 2 rem. There we go. That's quite nice. Now the cookie got a bit smaller, unfortunately, because it doesn't really have any space going on here for it. So let's see what we can do about that. I guess you can always scale it up a little bit if you wanted to. It just really depends how you export it, really. You can do a transform scale. If I do 2 here, it's going to make it bigger. Now it's going to go outside, actually, so that's not really a good solution. Let's get rid of this. Let's see how we can make this nicer. Cookie title. Okay, let's look at our HTML really quickly. Go here. So we have this text that's in its own category. Okay. We can make it a little bit wider. That's gonna work as well. So let's go here. We can do 30 rem or maybe 25 and hit save just to stretch it out a little bit. And now let's head back over to our code. Let's experiment. So if we push this away even more, it's going to get really small. So actually we don't want that at all. Hit save. So what we want to do actually would be a good idea is to shorten the text container, make that smaller, because this is going to stretch. This is going to take up as much space as it can. So let's just do text then like this. And we'll just change the width of it a bit smaller, like 50. There we go. So that kind of puts it together like that. And now we can actually do justify content here. Let's do justify content, space between. Let's see how that looks. Hit save. Okay. Too spacious in my opinion. Let's experiment. What if we change this up a little bit? Okay, let's do 60. So we added 50 like this. Let's do 60. That doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty good in my opinion. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we'll keep it like that. And I guess in this case, if I want to make it smaller, you can do a little scaling on the cookie. So let's grab the cookie, go down here, transform, scale, we'll do 0.6. Yeah, I like the size of that actually. Let's just mess around here with these 70. Yeah, that looks quite nice. So 70 and 0.6. I'm happy with that. I just want to do a little spacing in between the title and the button, and that should be fine. So I'll go over to the subtitle here, just do a little padding. 1 rem, 0 rem. So basically I just want to add it to the top and bottom, but not to the left and to the right. And hit save. There we go. That looks quite good. I like it. Too much space. We'll do less. 0.5. Yeah, quite happy with that one. So there we go. Let's see if we can get away with making this actually shorter. Maybe a width of 20 rem. Yeah, that looks quite cute actually. I'm happy. Good. There we go. So there's our little pop-up. Again, this course is not too much about design and styling. It's more about animations, but I think that's quite good looking. Okay, this went on for quite a bit now. So let's just stop and head into the JavaScript. Let's go.